So we've got some extremely unique and exciting homes to show you today with some massive secondary bedrooms, which I know is a big thing for a lot of you. We're out here in Cottonwood Creek in Rowlett, Texas, just 20 miles northeast of Dallas, Texas. So a lot closer to the city than we show a lot of times here on this channel. You're gonna be close to absolutely everything, shopping, dining, and the beautiful lake with the harbor right off of the water. You're gonna be able to eat, dine, and have a great time out here. This particular community is going to have a splash pad, its own pool, its own dog park, multiple pocket parks, and 3 miles of hike and bike trails. So everything you possibly need, and of course, close to the city and right off of George Bush Highway, but you have absolutely no road noise out here. It is extremely silent and absolutely stunning neighborhood. So this home right here behind us is the first one we're gonna be showing you. It is by First Texas Homes, and it is a large one, and you're not gonna believe the price points, starting at only in the 400,000s out here in this community in an amazing location. So let's go ahead and check it out. Welcome to the Oxford floor plan by First Texas Homes. This is one of their larger floor plans out in this particular community. If you know anything about First Texas, they do build some massive homes. So this is a 3,730 square foot home, 5-bed, 4.5 bath, game room, media, and a study. So if you're a big family looking for a larger home that has absolutely everything, this is a great option for you. So we're right here in the heart of the home, in the kitchen area. Very unique styling and setup because First Texas does things a little bit differently that some of you are absolutely going to love. So one of them being this horizontal modern windows that they put inside their kitchen space. You usually don't get a lot of natural light in the kitchen, but you're gonna get some here with First Texas Homes. We've got the nice quartz countertops, really good modern color palette in here, and this 6.5 burner gas stove with the vent hood right up here, nice and customized. If you love to cook, a great spot for you. And this is one of the larger islands you're gonna see that looks about 10 by 4. So plenty of room for seating, for entertaining, to just put a massive spread out here. Really cool kitchen spot. So right across from the kitchen, you're going to have what you thought would be your pantry space, but it's actually a coat closet. I would actually make it into an additional pantry myself. So if you were building this home or after the fact, you want to put some more shelving in there just to have an additional pantry space for convenience, it might be a great option for you. You are going to have some high-end luxury appliances in this home. So we got Frigidaire, double oven, so perfect for those of you who love to cook, entertain. We've got the cabinets that go to the top of the ceiling, which is always a nice touch. Just gives it that nice, classy, a little bit higher end look than you're going to see when they don't go to the top. If you buy a home that doesn't have that, you can always do that after the fact, maybe save a little bit of money compared to paying for the builder to do it. So keep that in mind. So right off of the kitchen space, you're going to have this additional cabinetry, little coffee bar section right here for additional storage, nice little setup. And then your pantry space is going to be a really good sized pantry right over here through the corner. So good sized pantry, much larger than those corner pantries that you're used to. We're going to continue to the front right here and walk you into the formal dining room space. So this one actually does have a formal dining room, which you're not going to see very often. So the main eating space we're going to look at just in a little bit isn't as large. So this is a great spot. It's convenient because it's right off of the kitchen. If a formal dining isn't your thing, you want a second office space, maybe a 6th bedroom in this home, they will close this off, put a closet in here, and they can make this into a bedroom space. So lots of options for you. You've got your 8-foot solid core door with the glass inserts, very nice looking. And when you walk into this home, you're gonna have this really beautiful staircase right here, main, front, and center with those 20-foot ceilings right here. So it's gonna be like the main focal point, which I know a lot of you like, and I love the black stain on here. Looks really, really good, nice and modern. So right around the corner is going to be your main office space in the front of the house. That's traditionally where it's put, but instead of having the doors on the outside walking in, it's kind of around the corner. keep out a little bit of the noise probably. And you're gonna have these really good sized windows that go all the way floor to ceiling, which is really, really nice. Got a nice little recessed ceiling that they've matched the floor. I think these are wood floors to the top of the ceiling. So a nice little touch that gives you an idea of what you could do with this space. You could easily put some built-in shelving or anything like this, but a nice cozy office space. It's painted gray, really like it. Just a little bit different than the white you're gonna see in most of the home. And then right off the office space, you're gonna have your half bath for your guests to use, which is in a good spot. And then this will be your ensuite bathroom. So for those of you who have older parents, maybe people staying, you need an additional bedroom downstairs. I know that's very important to a lot of you. Well, they've got one right here, those same big windows that start kind of at the floor, which look really, really nice. This is a nice wide layout as far as a bedroom goes. Looks like we have a queen size bed right here, fits in here very nicely. Tons of space on the outside. You're gonna have a walk-in closet over here in the corner, as well as your full bathroom space right here. So nice vanity section, got additional cabinetry up top, and then your little tub shower combo if you want to just beautiful glass right there, which a lot of you do for older parents. They don't want to have to step over the tub. Of course, that's something that you can do as well. So we'll come back out here to the main living area. You can get one more look at that dining space and then see what you're going to be looking at when you walk into this home, and that is a wall full of glass, which I absolutely love. But before we get to this main living section, we're actually going to show you the master retreat. So instead of the master retreat being in the very back corner of the house, it's actually going to be right in the middle of the house, which is really cool. So this is where you're going to come in from your garage space. I believe maybe this is the laundry room. We're gonna find out here shortly, but there's your mud bench right here. That's gonna be the offices for your garages, or they are the garages, but right now it's the sales reps' offices. Big storage room right here, right under the stairs, which is great. And then you got a nice entrance into your master retreat. So we've got a big bedroom, nice and wide, really good sized furniture out here with plenty of space to walk around. You've got a seating area over here. Nice little touch with the bump out bench right here with all these windows, bringing in tons of natural light, the recessed ceiling with the can lighting, which is a huge touch, but nice airy bedroom. Double door going into your beautiful master bathroom right here. So we've got the double vanity, a nice little seating area right here. The nice soaker tub that's the standalone soaker tub, doesn't have the big boxed areas like you saw in a lot of First Texas homes back in the day. But you've actually got this section right here that you can put your candles, your soaps, whatever you want over there, which is a nice touch because that's the only complaint we get about these is there's no storage. Nice frosted glass window. And then I love this beautiful frameless glass shower, just really nice, classy looking. Wish they would have brought this, the tile to the top. It's like one extra foot. Come on, guys. But looks really, really nice. I would put a bench in there somewhere. And then I got some ideas for names of what to call the, somebody said like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. Poop Palace, something like that. I don't know. I don't know. You're gonna have to come up with something. But we've got a couple options. I got to look back at the notes. But now we're in here in our master closet. Pretty good sized master. They carried the wood floors in here as well, which is nice. You don't have to come in here and vacuum later on. But it's pretty wide, probably like 12, 15 feet wide. So plenty of room for storage in there. But a nice classy bathroom, not just long, but actually wide. You do not feel cramped in here whatsoever. And then First Texas Homes is always going to have a really, really good sized master bedroom, no matter what the size or square footage. They always put a lot into those, which I know a lot of you want a really good sized master retreat, and they're going to have it. So this is going to be your informal dining space or your kitchen space that you're going to be eating in most of the time, but it's actually the same distance really from the kitchen as the main dining room. So you're going to have two different options depending on how many people are over here eating. Now I know this is a smaller circular table, but you could easily put a nice rectangular table and put a lot more seating out here very easily. You've got this bench bump out right here with the windows. And if you haven't noticed, we've got the 20-foot ceilings as soon as we step out of the kitchen space. So I know that a lot of you like the tall ceilings. This definitely has it. There's windows everywhere, and you can see into the second story, and it's nice and wide open. It doesn't have that boxed off look like you're gonna see in a lot of homes. And then this is a really cool touch. They do the electric fireplace. That's not everybody's thing, I understand, but the fact that they covered it in quartz is a really, really cool touch. Looks really classy, doesn't look cheap whatsoever. And they've spent a whole lot of money on all this additional, what is this? This is a accent wall. This accent wall is very detailed. This is an entire wall all the way up to 20-foot ceilings. Just remember, it's gonna cost you quite a bit of money. You may wanna do that after the fact. You're gonna save a lot of cash. So this is all nice and wide open. You can see that we have this beautiful glass slider. This will be an option. You can find these on the spec homes that are already completed, as well as the ones that you're gonna build. But it's a really nice touch, brings in tons of natural light. Got windows out here behind the couch here, but it's nice and wide open. A very cool house for entertaining. You can see basically the entire house from this section right here. So we're gonna check out outside and show you what we're working with on these 50-foot lots. So you come through your beautiful glass slider, kind of show you what you can do with that. You can do like the inside outside living, perfect spot for those drop down shades. Now I know this isn't the largest back patio, but if you wanted to extend this out, it'd be definitely an option that you could do if you wanted to do that with the builder or after the fact, and probably save you some money. Now you can see that we have the nice wide open fence, which is not everybody's favorite. That's okay, because this is the model and that's the only reason why it's like this. So you're gonna have a nice privacy fence. There are gonna be some greenbelt lots, but you can see that it is nice and quiet out here. Beautiful wooded area, lots of walking trails out here that people are absolutely gonna love. It is really, really nice, and lots of options for outdoor activities, even though you're very close to the city. But this is a 50-foot lot, so about the standard size you're gonna see in Dallas, Texas. You do have quite a, I don't know, this is a corner lot, so you're gonna have tons of side yard on this one, over on that side, and then quite a bit on this side as well. So the corner lots are always gonna be bigger, but you're gonna have many options to choose from. But this is still big enough to put a pool in, a playground, whatever you wanna do with this space. You'd be surprised what you can do with a 50-foot lot, but if it's not your thing, we can always find you a much larger lot. Now let's go check out all that this home has to offer upstairs. So we're coming up our beautiful staircase right here into our flex room or game room, and this is a really good size. And you're gonna be amazed at the size of all the bedrooms up here on the second floor. They are huge. So lots of space in here, plenty of room for a ping pong table, pool table, or just a sitting area. They've added these additional desk spaces right here, which I think is a really cool idea. And of course, you're gonna have that bump out, just like the windows that you saw downstairs. So tons of natural light in here, nice tall 10-foot ceilings in this section. We're gonna start over in this area over here. You're gonna see that these two bedrooms, I believe, share this bathroom, but there is an ensuite bedroom up here as well. So you get a nice wide open bathroom, a little bit different color scheme, but it looks really, really nice. And then you'll see that these bedrooms are a really good size. So for a kid's bedroom, they're gonna be very, very happy in here. This is set up as a nursery, but you can see there's tons of room to move around. Nice tall ceilings in here, big windows, additional window over here in the corner. And fan is a huge touch, because you just don't get fans very much in these new construction houses anymore, and you need them in Texas, but you've also got a walk-in closet right here as well. And then over on the other side, this is a bedroom space, but this is where you will be picking, I guess, your brick options right here. So you can just see all the different styles of bricks that they have here in this home. This would definitely not be here. Just keep in mind, this is a bedroom with another nice size walk-in closet and a big window right here. So just imagine this is a bedroom, but it's a really good size. We got the luxury carpet up here, not that shag carpet that you're used to. And then I know you're gonna enjoy this bedroom right here, because it's not a bedroom. It is your media room. They actually have it set up as a media room, which I absolutely love. So if you wanted this to be a bedroom, of course it could be, but this is the media room here in the model home. Love how they painted it black. They brought in a darker gray carpet in here. They've actually got the real media room setup, which I absolutely love. You just don't see that very often anymore, but tons of space in here. Also, I want to see if this is real, by the way. Nope, look at that. That's quality right there. That is the coolest thing I've seen in the house so far. I don't know about you. And the pretzels. Maybe next time we'll get something real, but this is gonna be where your media equipment can go, or you can store a bunch of toys in there. Lots of extra space. Really cool setup. It's in the back corner of the second story, so I believe it's gonna be sitting over the garage, which is a nice touch as well. So if you get a really good media room setup with the loudspeakers and all that stuff, like many of you will, you don't have to worry about the noise quite as much. But back towards the front of the house, all alone by itself. So this is gonna be your favorite kid's bedroom because it's separated from everything else. It can be nice and quiet, tall ceilings, lots of room in here. All these rooms are really, really good size. You can have the 2 big windows up front, little seating area right here, and you're gonna have your own bathroom space. So nice little bathroom, even got a window up top, and then around the corner, Kyle, let's see, let's come on in here. You got this. They're gonna wanna see this. You're gonna have your closet space. So I'm sure there'd be a door there. Be a good place for a slider door. But best bedroom upstairs by far. But lots of room up here, lots of things you could do with this house. There's lots of other great floor plans as well, but this is a really, really nice one. So now we're gonna get outside, talk a little bit about pricing here in this location, and head on to our next home. So we just finished looking at the Oxford floor plan, one of the larger floor plans out here in this community. And if you want to build this exact home, you're going to be looking around the $624,000 price point. But their smallest floor plan, sitting around 1,730 square feet, is going to be around the 424 mark. So you got a large margin as far as price points out here, and much better price points than you're going to see in a lot of the locations. And remember, we're only 21 miles from downtown Dallas. Now, the next home we're going to be showing you is by Grenadier Homes. If you haven't heard of them, that's because they're one of the smaller builders out here, and we're going to show you a garden style home on a smaller lot, but I think you're really going to like it, so make sure you stick around because we're going to go check it out right now. So my name is Preston. I'm a local realtor here in the Dallas, Texas area. And if you're having any thoughts of moving to Dallas, Texas, I would love the opportunity to work with you. So please don't be shy. Give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. I'd love to help you and your family make a smooth move to Dallas. We're here in the Sapphire Bay model home by Grenadier Homes, and it is beautifully well done because this home isn't the biggest. We're sitting around 21, 23 square feet, 3 bed, 3 bath, little office space and a game room upstairs. And we've got like 15-foot soaring ceilings throughout this entire place, including the master retreat. So it feels so much larger than it actually is. These look like high-end, maybe quartzite countertops. We've got the double deep sink right here. You can see that everything is well done. And we've got the microwave pull-out drawer, a little bit fancier than you're gonna see in a lot of homes out there, but it's just really well done. If you're somebody who wants less maintenance, you still like a nice, luxurious layout with the tall ceilings, it is a great option. A little bit different as far as the cabinet color here. It's not that traditional, I don't know, dark brown. It just looks much higher end as far as the quality goes inside this entire home. But right outside of the kitchen, you're gonna have your laundry space. I love how they added the additional cabinetry here, but it's not a big space, but you're gonna be surprised at some of these rooms and how big they actually look. So luxurious, wide open kitchen space that a lot of you are gonna like. Looks like we have a 10-foot island right here, so tons of room for entertaining and seating. Right across from there, you're gonna have your informal dining space, which adds plenty of space for seating. As you can see, we've got 6 large chairs here. Could easily put 8, no problem whatsoever. And this is wide open into the main living space. And there is tons of windows in here. You'll see we got this big window over here with the window above. We've got your sliding glass door out back, all the windows over here going up to these really, really tall ceilings. We've got the can lighting throughout, the nice luxurious fan, and then they've got a nice modern fireplace right here with your TV hookup. So it's just a really good layout, really good setup, and you're gonna have a little garden section right here we're gonna show you real quick. So this is that zero maintenance lifestyle that I know some of you may be looking for. We've got a nice oversized covered patio with this beautiful pergola that's gonna come with these homes out here. This nice little slider we just came out of. And they've actually got the wood look tile out here. So not just your typical concrete, which is a nice touch. It's all fenced in. So if you have pets, you've got a gate over there. And then this nice little walk area with the turf, with pet style turf. So it's a great spot for maybe those of you that are, young adults, or maybe you're retiring, you want to travel a lot. This might be the best option for you. And you're just not going to see a lot of these inside or outside the Dallas, Texas area. Now we've got a lot more home to show you, so let's go check it out. Now, before we show you the gorgeous master treatment in the upstairs space, we want to show you towards the front of the house, but I didn't get to show you the little pantry here. So it does have a pantry. It's not a huge pantry, but if you're living in a home like this, it's probably going to be just fine. And there's tons of cabinet space in here. But this is your front, side door entry into this home. And this is a really cool setup for those of you who don't need a large office space. You've got a nice little pocket office right here. You could easily put a sliding door right there, pocket door. But it's a really cool setup. Just shows you what you can do. Got a nice little library right here, really cozy. Can easily get some work done in there. And this is going to be your full bathroom space right off of the main, or not the main bedroom, a secondary bedroom we're gonna show you, but a nice luxurious bathroom, floor to ceiling tile. Got a nice little window here, vanity, and it's actually a pretty good sized space. Let's see what we're working with here. Got a little linen closet right there. And then this, believe it or not, even though this is a garden style home, villa, townhome, whatever you want to call it, so you're going to have 2 bedrooms downstairs, which is not the norm. Usually you're just going to have 1 bedroom, maybe even 0 bedrooms on the down floor. So really unique setup. Big window, once again, a pretty good sized bedroom, especially for the square footage. And you even got a pretty decent size walk-in closet right there. So for the square footage of this home, like I said, it feels so much bigger than it actually is. This will be your entrance into the house from your 2-car garage. Then we're coming back through the main living space. And in your traditional space, the back corner of the home is where your master retreat is going to be. And it is right off of these stairs right here. So big master retreat. We've got a huge raised bed right here that probably takes up a lot of the space, but you'll see that we've got the vaulted ceiling that's probably the same height as what you saw in the living room space. So 14, 15 feet tall, and these really cool windows that go all the way to the top. So it feels nice and luxurious. Does not feel like you're in a home in this price point. It feels like something high end that you'd see in downtown Dallas. And then you've got your master bath. You have a big linen closet right here behind this door. But you'll see you got the double vanity right here. Different color scheme they're going to see in a lot of homes. It's not that modern color scheme, but it fits for some people. But you're going to have lots of options to choose from. So lots of space over there. This will not have a tub in this particular home, but you've got a nice luxurious shower, frameless glass, and the best of all, you got a bench seat. You got to have a bench seat. That just completes the home right there. But really good size shower. Feels like a really good sized room. The throne. And then pretty good sized walk-in closet right here. Nice and bright. Plenty of room for storage. You could easily put some additional furniture in here, pull outs, whatever you want to do with this space. But lots of room in here. Much bigger bedroom and bathroom space than you would expect from a home of this size. But now that you've seen the downstairs, we're going to head on upstairs right around this corner. So you're not going to believe the size of this upstairs space because, like I said, this isn't a very big home. But here is your flex room, and it is a big one. They've got a nice little gaming section they've set up right over here to show you what it could do. You could easily put desks there, another couch, and now they've got this big wraparound couch here with a really good sized TV right over there. This room is large. I've seen 3,500 square foot homes with smaller game rooms than this one right here. And if you're wondering what this door is, this is going to be into your walk-in attic space. So if storage is a problem with it being a smaller home, you've got a big attic space for storage. And if one tip that you can do for a lot of you out there, you can put OSB down, which is like a wood plank. You can have somebody come cover the entire attic space so you can have tons of storage because they usually only cover one little section. And then you're gonna have your own full bathroom up here. Once again, floor to ceiling tile, really nice finishes throughout. Great spot right up here in the main living spot. And then a really good sized bedroom once again. So nice big room. You got this little cutout here with the window. This is a good example of what you could do with that other house that we showed you as well, is get somebody to embroider and make one of these, and it makes it a nice little seating area. You can even push it up into the dining room space, make it a seating area to add more square footage into your home. And then a really good size walk-in closet in here. So it definitely feels like a much larger home. I don't know if it looks larger on the camera, but I can tell you here in person, I'm very surprised. Most of the time, these size houses just look tiny, they feel tiny, but the majority of these rooms and everything we saw felt much bigger. So I know this is much different than what we're typically used to seeing here on this channel, but I just want to give everybody an option out here. So let's get outside and talk about pricing of this place. So that is one of the coolest townhomes that I think I've seen in quite some time, especially in this price point. So if you want to build a home with Grenadier out here in Rowlett, Texas, you're gonna be looking in the upper 3s to the low 400s. So that home right there is gonna be sitting in the low 400s, and I'm sure they have tons of great incentives for you as well, because we're making amazing deals right here. We are sitting in a buyer's market as of the making of this video. So people are willing to get rid of those inventory homes and get you into a home at a lower interest rate than the market by a mile. So if this isn't your style and you want to check out some more homes here in the Dallas, Texas area, look right up the road right here in Rockwall, Texas. Beautiful David Weekley and Perry homes, and their lots go from 72 to over 100-foot lots. And remember to give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. I'd love to help you and your family make a smooth move to Dallas. Hope to see you around town.